What's up, everyone? It's me, Kaiden. I am your Friday guy, and I'm a little shaky, so let's hope that we can do this. I'm gonna put it back in this hand. So, this week's topic, if you don't already know, you really should. So, it is forgiveness. And the very first thing that I thought about when I thought about this topic was forgiving myself. And in forgiving myself, I mean in so many different ways. So for the first part of the forgiveness of myself, it would have to be on the same level of forgiveness, kind of like Cool was talking about in his video. However, I'm not through that depression that he was talking about. So there was a time in my life where I was very, very depressed, and I wouldn't say that I'm completely through that, but I'm on the upside of it, and I do like myself a lot more now than I ever have before. And I think that it's important for us, in order to move forward and grow, to forgive ourselves for that. And I think all of us as trans people, LGBT people, even cisgender people, blah, 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 we have to learn how to forgive ourselves, especially the people in our community. We really, really beat ourselves up a lot of times when we see other people doing what we wish we would have done. So whether that be come out sooner, or like, I know that I have a lot of beating myself up because I've known for a long, long time that I was trans, but I could never come out and say it. And I think about all the times that my life would have been so different if I would have just come out. Like, I would have been able to go to prom as myself, and I would have been able to start college as myself, and maybe my college career would have turned out differently, and maybe every experience and big experience and moment in my life would have been so much different, and it would have been me, and I would have felt genuine and sincere and everything that I wish that I had memories from. My big thing is, I wish I came out prior to prom, because I would have loved to have prom pictures as myself. But that's not what happened, and I think a big part of our transition is to mentally forgive ourselves for not coming out, or not realizing sooner, or not fill in the blank, because everything in your transition is and will happen at a rate at which it is supposed to. And I truly, truly believe that. I would have loved nothing more than to have gone to prom as Kaiden and have all those pictures and that fun memory with being myself. However, that's not how things worked out, and I think with it not working out that way, I think it makes me realize all the new moments that I do have as Kaiden, and where I do get all dressed up and get those types of pictures and stuff like that. And so when I think of forgiveness, it's not just about outwardly forgiving everybody else, because outwardly forgiving everybody else is something that a lot of people do struggle with, but it's more generally talked about throughout society, and especially in our community, being the trans community, or the queer community, or the LGBTQ plus community. It is about forgiving people who misgender you, or dead name you or don't respect your pronouns or whatever that may be. We are constantly talking about forgiveness. How if your parents don't get it right away, we have to grow with them and give them time and forgive them for doing wrong and yada yada yada. However, we don't talk enough about internal forgiveness and how important that is for our transitions as well, because us as a being, we are also growing through all of this, and we are also learning new things and transitioning in a mental state as well as a physical state. And in order for us to grow as people, and in order for us to even learn how to forgive other people for things, we have to forgive ourselves. And forgiving ourselves is probably one of the hardest things that we as humans have to do. And I think that that's where a lot of the problem comes in. I think even externally forgiving other people, I think a lot of the guilt that comes along with the forgiveness, where it makes it so hard to forgive somebody, is because we hold on to something that we partially feel like part of the reason why this is so immensely painful or immensely wrong to us is because we feel a little bit like there's something attached to that moment or situation that could potentially be our fault. And the forgiveness within yourself to allow you to let that go and to transfer the negative energy away from you is something that we as human beings struggle with, because our own psyches don't allow us easily to move our mindset from us being bad to growing, or less knowledgeable to growing very easily. It's very hard for us to accept our faults as they are and work to better them on a consistent everyday basis, because nobody likes to feel wrong, and nobody likes to feel cheated, or nobody likes to feel dumb or insecure. And I think sometimes forgiving yourself brings a lot of insecurities to the surface, because all of the things that you're insecure about, you have to learn how to love yourself. And learning how to love yourself is hard. Learning how to love yourself really takes a mental toll on you, because you have to forgive yourself for so many things that have happened along the way up to that point. So all the wrong things that you've said about yourself, all the times you've tried to harm yourself, if you have, or anything of the sort, forgiving yourself is very important. And I think that has been the hardest part of my transition so far, because the mental changes that have been happening are very difficult for me sometimes to really accept that everything is happening at the rate that it's supposed to. All of my transition is happening. I am grateful that it is happening, and no matter if I think it should be farther along or I wish that happened sooner, it's happening now, and I have to stay in this moment and appreciate it and love it for what it is, not what it could have been if I would have done something different. And so I think we should all take a moment, whether that be right now, whether it be tomorrow, the next day, or whatever. I think we should take a moment to really appreciate what we have going on that's good right now, because I think we get too caught up in the negatives, and myself included, and I think that we really need to appreciate the good things more. If you can tell me, any of you watching can tell me what your hardest, most painful thing that you would love to be able to forgive yourself for in order to make yourself a better person, whether you're trans, gay, straight, bi, non-binary, anything on that spectrum, or if you're cisgender, heterosexual, whatever it is, what is the hardest thing that you believe that you should forgive yourself for, or you wish that you could forgive yourself for, in order to make yourself a better person? Let me know, because I'm really interested in this, because I think this is a topic we don't talk about enough. And so I'm excited to hear from you guys. I'm excited to get to know what the hardest thing that you've had to forgive yourself for is, because I have a few, and you're not alone in this. So learn to forgive yourself, because it will benefit you in the long run. You will be a better person, and everything is supposed to be the way that it is. I love you all. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have tuned into all the brothers' videos, because they're great. We have a lot of good things coming for you guys, and if you guys have any ideas that you would like to see from the Brotherhood, please let us know, because we are totally down with getting your input and making this channel a better, more collaborative community for everybody involved, and we are excited for this journey that we're on together. So I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you next week.